Do you want to start the video?
Sure.
You start it.
I can start.
Okay, go ahead.
So welcome back to Emma's channel, featuring myself today. We just want to take this time, first of all, I guess, to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We kind of made a conscious effort to be off of kind of all electronics over the holidays, especially because it was our first Christmas together.
Yeah.
As a married couple.
We wanted to sit down and, well, I feel like we have actually a couple videos that we want to make coming into the new year, as it's like a time of reflection on like the year that's passed, a time of thinking ahead into this new year and setting goals and intentions for who we want to become and where we want to go in the year 2020. And so we have a couple videos that we want to do in this month of January to kind of hopefully help you guys kickstart your year and keep us accountable for kickstarting our year.
Absolutely.
But today I think we wanted to talk a little bit about kind of our process and some of the habits that we've decided to adopt as like a family for entering into the new year, and just things that we've been focusing on this week to try and start the new year on a good note, and also help us start it in a way that we can actually accomplish and end the year strong as well. Because if you're not realistic, February will come. They say that like there's statistics that like a certain percentage of people just like drop off at the end of February, and people forget about all their resolutions and their goals. And so we've tried to come up with a way of doing it so that we don't just write them down and then forget about them until January next year.
So one of the things that we've applied is one, we as a couple sat down and took some thoughtful time to write out our goals. Essentially, we divided into 6 different categories. Do you want to share what those?
6?
We did do 6. We did physical.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We did intellectual. We did emotional. We did spiritual. We did financial, and we did social. Right. And so.
And you can choose.
What your ones for your families are, yeah.
You can use whatever, you can do more, you can do less, but we found that having a category really helps you set goals within each category and just stay more focused. I don't know.
And so not only that, like we wanted to be better rounded this year.
So basically how we did it, in like breaking it down for you guys, is we have our 6 main topics, which is like social, physical, emotional, all those sorts of things. And then within those, we went through each one at a time and we chose goals within those. So for example, we'll choose like physical. I feel like physical goals is something that most people do at the new year. So you could have physical as your topic, and then within that you could have lose 10 pounds. So just like a very basic general goal. Then what you do is we go and break down how we're going to do that. We choose the date. We're going to go buy a gym pass. We choose how many days we're going to try and commit to the gym, and we set daily, weekly, monthly goals on how we're actually going to attain it. Because I found that growing up, I would often just run a 5K, write a book. I would just write these really big goals, and I would never do them because I didn't ever break down how I was actually going to do it day to day. And day to day is when it actually is hard to stick with your goals. So by doing that in every single category, with financial, we have the amount of debt we want to pay off this year. Then we've written down how much every month we need to put towards that debt in order to hit that yearly goal. And so those sorts of things can help you stay accountable daily, weekly, monthly, and then in the end of the year, you will have reached your goal. But something that too I've had to switch my mindset with setting goals is I used to also, and I don't know, maybe you've done this before, but I would always write like, okay, work out at the gym Monday to Friday, or eat green smoothies Tuesday and Thursday. Like, I would make it almost too specific to the point that like, well, what if on this Tuesday I wasn't even at home, or we went on vacation, I didn't have a blender and I couldn't make my smoothie? Then I'd be like, whatever, didn't do it, and I just would stop. So I personally have moved away from like getting too specific with like dates and times. So for example, with physical, we could have written go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday to Thursday. But then I was like, well, what happens if we don't go on a Thursday, but because we didn't write Friday, we just don't end up going for the rest of the week? And that might sound silly, but it's very much like a mental game of like what you see on the paper is kind of what your mind is thinking. And so instead we chose to write it as move our bodies at least 30 minutes every single day. So that's forcing us to get outside and go for a walk, going for a jog. It could be just anything 30 minutes a day. So at least we're going to be moving our body. And then we wrote I'm losing my breath. And then we wrote workout 3+ times a week, I think we wrote, or like 3 to 4 times a week, so that we have this goal that is very attainable. If we do more, awesome. And it doesn't matter what days, as long as we get to the gym 3 days a week and do a really hard workout, then we're happy, because on top of that, we also have a goal of moving our body 30 minutes a day. So those kind of things, I think it makes it a lot more attainable, and it's not like, oh, dang it, I said I would do running. Dang it.
We have company.
Hello? Alrighty, we are back. Well, we as in I, because Rodolfo was not at work today. But you guys, we totally got interrupted yesterday when we were in the middle of recording our video. And then by the time we had some people come over, and then by the time it was like, oh, okay, we can film now, it was super dark out and it wasn't gonna work. So, hello, I am back. And honestly, this isn't gonna be super long because I didn't want this video to be long, and I feel like we did chat for a little bit when it was the two of us. So I just kind of wanted to sum everything up, which is basically this. This year, my advice and what I have learned from previous years. Oh, also disclaimer, I am sick today, so all of this is about as real as it gets. I slapped on a little bit of makeup because I wasn't about to do anything else like put on a cute outfit or do my hair. So anyway, as I was saying, to sum it all up, what I have learned from previous years and for setting goals and New Year's intentions for as long as I can remember, it is to set realistic goals. Set a big goal, set a smaller goal under that, and then break that down into daily, weekly, and monthly goals. I truly feel like that is the only way that I actually do anything with my goals. And so Rodolfo and I have done that. We will continue to update you guys. If you want, we can do a video like breaking it down on a piece of paper, really showing you how we do that, but I feel like we explained it well enough. And I wanted to share something with you guys that I actually found on Pinterest just yesterday when I was kind of thinking about like New Year's intentions and resolutions. And there's so many different ways that people do it. You know, you can do it like we do, where we choose categories and then we break it down in that. You could choose 1 or 2 huge goals and break them down. Whatever works for you. Some people choose a word for the year, which I do love, but sometimes I feel like I can't think of just one word. So I might try and do that this year. I'm not 100% sure, but if that feels like something that would be right for you, then choose like a word that is kind of a theme for your year, which I think can be kind of cool to do. But here it is. Okay, I found this and I thought it was a really cool way to set some goals. If you are like, I have no idea where to start, I want to set goals, but it's new to me, or I just like continually fail, I feel like this is a really easy way to do it. And so it has a list of things to do. I will insert the picture here. I did not create this. I don't know who did, but it says, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 things on this list, and one of them, so they say, a bad habit I'm going to break, a new skill I'd like to learn, a person I hope to be more like, a good deed I'm going to do, a place I'd like to visit, a book I'd like to read, a letter I'm going to write, a new food I'd like to try, I'm going to be better at, ... I feel like that's a great place to start. You know, it gets you out of your comfort zone, thinking about new things that you want to try for the new year. And I think I might like take some of those and write things down and just like get into a mindset of trying new things, becoming a new person, and not being afraid of change. That's what the new year is all about, is changing. And it's not just the new year, it's every single day of our lives. They say, like, you know, honestly, I think the best way to live your life is striving to be better than who you were yesterday, because we're all gonna make mistakes. We all have weaknesses and imperfections and all that glorious stuff that we know about. And so just try and be a better person every single day, and try and show up for yourself, be there for yourself, be your best friend, be your #1 cheerleader. And I really think that's the best way to start any new year. So I'm super stoked about this year because obviously, like, we're gonna be celebrating our 1-year anniversary. We are planning a couple of trips this year. Oh, the big one, we're gonna have a baby this year. And you guys, I think we might find out the gender next month. I think I might cave and find out, because I am getting like major anxiety and I just want to know if it's a boy or a girl. So keep your eyes peeled on what we decide to do with that. But I'm just so excited for this year and to take you guys along with us. Thank you so much for following along and being part of our YouTube family. Rodolfo and I love reading your comments and feeling like we are like connecting with you guys. It's awesome and we love it. So excited to see where this channel will take us in the new year. And if you don't, we do have a vlog channel where I post I want to start posting more, but I've been hesitant to because I don't think a lot of you guys follow that. So if you do, I will link that down below. I'll try and like link it up here. Go and subscribe to that channel because it's where we do a lot more like behind the scenes, just kind of like daily life vlogs. So if you're into that, you can follow us there. But for now, I will just say Happy New Year. It is 2020. Let's start the year strong and let's finish the year strong too. We'll all keep each other accountable. I would love to hear what a goal of yours is this year. So if you feel comfortable sharing, go comment down below and let's all encourage and inspire each other as we start this new year strong. So love you guys, and I will see you next week.